Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fabulous edition of The Hello Show. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Hello, I love you, let me jump in your game.
Thank you very much to the organ slayer Indy.
Thank you.
My name is Mark Isitt, and this is the Hello Show. And the Hello Show is broadcast from here all over the Stockholm Furniture Fair every day, once or twice a day. And we're asking two questions up here. And one is, how can one make meetings more successful? And what will meetings be like in the future? And in order to answer those questions, we've got architects, we've got designers, we've got scientists. Today we even have a gymnastic teacher. Indy?
Yes. Yes. Yes, Mark.
That was the song you play there,
yes.
Hello, I Love You,
yes.
Won't You Tell Me Your Name, is
yes.
a Doors song,
yes,
right?
Yes, it is.
Could you play the intro to Light My Fire?
Tomorrow, probably.
Which is a really tricky intro. I don't know if you know the one. It's that...
I can learn it, but... Yeah, I can learn the rest before tomorrow, I promise.
Something like that.
Okay, great. Tomorrow, ask me again.
Tomorrow I'll ask you again.
Way to put me on the spot.
Great. What's the story about the organ?
I had a couple of friends that ran a club a few years ago that called me one day and said, hey, we bought this organ for like 400 crowns. Can you come tomorrow and wear a tux and play like punk and Indian metal songs and stuff? And I said, sure, because they were going to pay me, so, you know. And I came and I said, ooh, it's got a little drum machine. Can I use the drum machine? And they said, sure. And I said, can I have a mic? And they said, sure. And it sort of ballooned from there. So I became the organ slayer.
The organ slayer. Well, great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Later on in this show, we'll be talking to Lisa Wacklin and Marcus Sonnelid. She's a gardener, and he's an architect, and they've turned a rather ordinary office into something that's almost like a greenhouse. But before we talk to them, we're going to see this.
Nu släpper vi in dem.
Ska vi jobba överhuvudtaget? Nej,
det här är ju fantastiskt. Ja, idén var lite det här att försöka hitta bättre funktioner i rummet. Men vi har försökt att få plats med lite flera arbetsplatser här inne. Från början så hade ni bara 4 arbetsplatser och nu har vi fått 5 stycken. Och tanken är lite att ingen har en egen plats. Så det här blev arbetsdelen och där borta har ni lite mer mysdel. Och förvaringen har vi försökt att bygga på höjden med tanke på att det är så högt i tak.
Vilken doft av nytt!
Please welcome Linda Tufvasson, interior architect, and Kristian Molda, gymnastics teacher. Welcome. Welcome. Oops. Kristian,
Yes.
looking at this, one does get the impression that you are a slightly untidy person.
Well, yeah, one can think so, yes, but not at home, though. Well, my profession is educate, and that's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
So design, perhaps not, no. And
So it's someone else's job to tidy the office.
yeah, sure,
Okay.
for sure.
But I mean, was a total refurbishment really necessary, or was it just? Couldn't you just have painted the walls white and tidied it up?
Yeah, we actually tried, and we got the money from our principal. We had another color of white, which didn't help so much. White table, nice, but no function at all. Disorganized and stuff everywhere. And Structure helped us with that. So they know their job, I know my job,
Yeah.
to educate. Yeah.
Linda, tell us about this so-called competition.
Yes.
The ugliest office in Sweden.
Yeah. The word ugliest is kind of funny. It's more like you need good functions, productivity, humanity to get a good office, workplace. So when we started the competition for 6 years ago, it was to get ordinary people to send in the complaining about how they work. So often if someone is going to move, they got a new office, but otherwise no one sees the people who actually sits on the working places. So this is a chance for, like Kristian, to someone see how they actually has.
Yeah, but isn't that that's the boss's duty, isn't it, to see what it's like? I mean, I suppose that the headmaster of the school, this is a högstadie,
Yes.
a high school.
Yeah, he is. He know economics. He know pedagogic, how to educate children, but not design. No,
okay.
No, it's not his topic. No.
Okay. Over the 6 years that this competition has been going on, you must have seen some pretty dreadful offices.
Yes. The second runner-up last year was Fredsgatan 12. It's a famous, fabulous restaurant, and it's how the people who work there can get inspired to get out to the restaurant when they have sit like children's furnitures. No lighting, no storage, anything, to get out and be fabulous. That's amazing. So
What else? What other horrible examples do you have?
we had Harley Davidson 1 year,
Okay.
and Strix Television, and also Norweb, and I don't remember the name.
And what's the most common problem when you look at these offices?
The productivity and the effectivity.
Okay.
It don't support how they actually work.
Okay.
So that's the most important thing.
And how? I mean, what's the reaction when you win this competition, or do you actually call it win, or is it, you know, it's a paradox, isn't it?
No. Of course, it's a win. We had this organized, and we didn't know how to make it good, and they asked us a few questions, and we answered them,
and we also study how do they walk around in the office. It's not about new furniture. It's to get the right functions.
Yes, functions that we didn't know that we needed when we came into the room. It was like, yes, this is what we need.
And what might that be?
The whiteboards that we have to communicate is faster than email. The nice little area where we can sit down and relax and not have to go out of the room to relax, because that's what we did. Mm-hmm. We didn't want to be in the room. Nowadays, when we were finished, we just went away.
Okay.
Now we can sit down and talk about.
And you also told me that you don't even go down to the big restaurant in the school anymore, because it's more nice to be in the room.
Bring my lunch and eat it there.
So now the pupils are left in the lunchroom all alone.
Oh, almost all alone, yeah.
That's a successful result of...
I think the pupils are quite happy.
Are they?
I think so.
Now, what do the classrooms look like at this school?
They're not so bad. I've been to different schools in Stockholm area, and they're okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But did you ever consider maybe entering the competition with a classroom rather than a staff room?
I actually did, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I thought that just one classroom won't benefit all those pupils, but our room will benefit all the pupils, because we were relaxed, we could recharge and do a better job.
Okay. But it would be interesting to take on a classroom.
Yes.
In this.
But the teacher, they are going to be inspired for the children, so your room is very important. So.
Yeah, of course. But is that something that you can imagine doing in the future? That say that a school enters the competition with a classroom, would that be would that be regarded as an office, so to speak? So it would be okay to take it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's bring on the other guests. Our next guests had a definitely better starting point than these two did. Together, they've designed the new office for Postcode Lottery, and it's smack in the middle of the Stockholm city centre in a brand new building just by the Stockholm Waterfront Hotel. And he's an architect, as I said, and she's a gardener. Please welcome Marcus Sonnelid and Lisa Wacklin. So, Marcus, what was the assignment?
The assignment was to create a new office for Postcode Lottery, which is situated in Östermalm. It was an old house, there was an apartment, and the company grew. So they had to take new areas all the time and had to split the organization in 3 different levels in the house. So they needed a new place to be. So they were looking for a place to go to, where they had 2,000 square meters in one floor plan, and they were looking for a green building, and then the alternatives were very few. So there was just this one and another one which is neighbor to this one, so they got this project.
There are just 2 green buildings in...
It's close to the center of town, and with a floor plan area that is large enough.
Okay.
So they needed this for the profile.
Yeah.
The Postcode Lottery is, I don't know if you know about it, but it's...
How can one not know about it? I mean, it's on commercial TV all the time, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But they have a good aim with this. They have this idea that they should try to raise money through a Postcode Lottery, through a lottery, to give a possibility to improve environment for people and for the earth in its whole. So they take money that they get from this lottery and they put it into projects around the world, which supports human, animals, and environment. So if you buy a lottery, lottery, you give money to charity.
And there's an ecological point of view too.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what did you do?
Our aim with this project was to try to. The organization had grown in such a few years. They have been in Sweden for 5 years, and they grew from just a few people in almost one room to this big company with 120 people situated on 3 floor plans. So we wanted to get together with this feeling that had from the beginning, close to decisions, quick meetings. You should see everyone in the office. So our aim was to create a solution that helped them to meet and to move around.
We could look at the plan.
Yes. There you see we have put all the needs you have in an office, like meeting rooms, cafeteria, reception in the middle, in the center of this circle, the big circle.
Which is also where you enter the office.
Yeah. You enter in the center building, and then you go out, and then you see the whole circle. And the circle means that the easiest way to go around this office is a roundabout. So we create a roundabout. And so all the workplaces are situated in the best area of the office, outside at the facade. So you have the brilliant view from your office place, and you have an open area. But then we have these small rooms that are situated at the facade that supports your open working space. So you have a place you can talk in telephone and a place where you can have quick meetings.
And they are the white ones, the white cubes along the facade.
Yes.
And in front of 4 of those, you've got some green fields. And that's where you come in, Lisa, right?
Yes. So when I met with Marcus and other people from your architect office, you presented the idea that Postcode Lottery wanted something green to symbolize that they are contributing to these green projects. So what you showed me was actually a model of the reception desk, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes. So that is what you can see in the middle, in this white area.
Do we have a picture of that as well?
Yep.
That is the model, and they described very well their wishes. They wanted it to be green. They wanted it to really flourish, really to be extensional and jungle-like almost, really to symbolize their wishes at Postcode Lottery. So we said, well, we have to think about this. We have to see how we can solve it, because we had never ever sort of made it as a wallpaper almost on this desk. We have made it before on walls, but not at this on a desk. So while we discussed this, we said that it will work. And so what else on this big office? Will you have this, and will you then continue with normal pots, or what will you have? And they said, yeah, probably we will. And we discussed, but why? Why don't we use this concept for other desks as well?
Yeah.
And so we did.
And the other desks you chose were what?
Yep. All the desks, there are 5 pieces altogether, 1 reception desk and 4 copy stations.
Copy stations?
Copy station.
Why give copy stations such a enhanced meaning?
We think that copy station is a perfect place to meet spontaneously. Okay. You go there and you pick up your papers from your printouts, and when you meet, you talk a few words, and that could lead to something.
Okay. I think we've got an image of a copy station as well. Or is that the reception desk?
No,
that's
a copy station. Okay.
Yes.
So
but they look rather similar.
Okay, so you put a lot of emphasis on the copy stations because that's where the spontaneous meetings take place.
Yes.
And why are spontaneous meetings so important then?
We think that the spontaneous meetings is the way to develop your company. If you're the whole solution about this Postcode Lottery solution is about meeting. How you can meet spontaneously, and how you can meet in a more comfortable way as we sit now, yeah. And how you can meet more formal as you can do in an ordinary meeting room. So we think that it's really important to have these different degrees of meetings and places where you bump into each other.
And what comes out of that? What is it that is so good with those informal meetings? Linda, do you...
maybe you get more spontaneous.
Yeah.
And it's not so up to date exactly what you're going to say to the other person, so it's more spontaneous.
So you're more free to
Yeah.
come with. You're more free to come with a stupid question.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And
Really.
what comes with this also now is that we've said that you meet and then you stay there for a while, and then you also get the oxygen from the plants, which is really, I mean, something you get some energy to meet there also. So that has made it even better.
And the green color is good.
And the green color is good.
Yeah. That's why you got green in the... You
In
get
the ceiling,
more,
yeah.
You get calm,
yeah.
yes. It symbolizes
More harmony,
calmness. And
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, but we have a little bit red in it also to get the energy.
And just imagining that this grows quite quickly, maybe.
They want a jungle.
You want a jungle, yeah. The Postcode Lottery want a jungle.
Yes.
And does that, the fact that it actually grows, that it's alive, is that also rather invigorating, maybe,
It is indeed.
the working environment?
I used to work or to study together with a person who is a psychoanalyst, and he said that the fact that something grows and that you can see and follow that it grows really gives you comfort feelings that, I'm growing, the company is growing, everything is growing. So it's really, really good for us to be surrounded by visible growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that proven in any way?
I mean,
In
he is a
statistics?
psychoanalyst. I really couldn't say if it's statistically,
but
but there are
it's
quite a few researchers in that field that have proved it in their way, in their smaller researches.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Marcus, you had a round plan, and I seem to remember, I'm not sure, but isn't there something with the Postcode Lottery that is it a round wheel or something like that, which is in the logo, or I don't know?
It's quite funny because when you presented this idea of how you can connect your company, how you can be like a whole, even though you have different parts of the company that's working with different things. Everyone that bumped into this boardroom said, "Oh, look, this is a good wheel," and the good wheel is there. The way of the market, the business, the core business is the good wheel. The good wheel stands for. When you have an idea, you develop it and you get a product. When you sell the product, you get money. And there ends normally a wheel. And then you put money to develop the product, and then you sell the product, and so on. Postcode Lottery has gone halfway. The other halfway is that they take the money, give it to charity, to NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and they do good things in the world. And the Postcode Lottery use that for marketing, the products. So they can say to Children Cancer Fund that don't bother about the money, we give you money. We give you 60 million. So you concentrate on your work. And they can use it for advertising and say, if you buy a lottery from us, you you help to support the children's cancer.
So this is a bit of a branding design.
It
accidentally turned out to be.
It accidentally turned out to be. And it's,
And it also has to do with working environment. They can also use it to show their staff that they've been thinking about them and their health, and that they have created a much more healthy working environment, which is also very important. It's expensive to lose the staff. I mean, if you think about people in management positions, that's very expensive. So to keep and to show that you really care about them, for example, with this, is also very important. And I think that's something that they gain also.
Yeah. But after we realized that this is a part of the business, to have this goodwill, we continue to develop the product, the wheel. So all the all the meeting rooms are situated around this wheel. Big pictures are projected or printed on the walls, on the glass walls and on the walls, that that shows them what they do in the world. They do a lottery, of course, they help animals and they help the environment. So if you're working with programming in this company, as you do, you can look into this picture and you see, this is what I'm doing. I'm helping people, or
Okay,
this
you're
is what I'm
constantly
doing.
reminded of
yeah,
what
you get reminded.
the right priority
It's
is.
a lottery. I'm doing
Okay.
a lottery. I'm not
Okay.
just programming.
Okay.
So that helps them to understand what the company stands for.
See the
Instead
big
of
picture.
of saying Postcode Lottery in every second step, you say this is what you do, and it shows in the goodwill.
Linda, I'm thinking about branding.
Yes.
You did Ordfront Förlag
Yes.
1 year, I remember.
Yeah.
And it was completely changed,
Yeah.
just like your staff room. And it was changed in accordance to the image of the publishing company, right?
Yeah. We took some författare, what's the name?
Authors.
And put it up in the ceilings, and also all book fronts, like wallpaper on doors and things like that. So the branding is a part of the entire design.
And why is that so important? Is it merely from a commercial point of view that it's important?
I think it's get more and more important, actually. So 5 years ago, no one actually cared like they do now. So I think we will see more of this kind of branded
And why is it, do you think? Is it because, I mean, I can imagine that it looks good when you have meetings.
Yeah, I think we care more about ourselves as a brand, also as the office is a brand. So we have to connect. So if we see the younger generation are more their own brand, and they are going to fit in another brand.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one of the reasons why we
So
more branded.
So the workplace needs to be a brand which is highly attractive in
Yeah.
order to attract people.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very important. If you don't like the office, I don't think you want to work there. So
Exactly.
No?
my personal identity has to be in the same spot as the office's brand.
But hasn't it always been like that? Or our parents, were they without identity when they worked? Or what?
Not so important, I think.
They were just happy to have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Ah.
And it's also a matter, I suppose, of which you touched upon, Lisa, the economic part, that if you
Yes.
lose a boss, you'll have to pay him or her a lot of millions for the time being, you know.
And to recruit a new one.
You have to recruit a new one.
Yes, it costs a lot of money. So I definitely agree with you that it is something that you think about to create a working environment that people identify with and also like to be there and want to stay there and be proud of.
Yeah.
I think that is really an important point of view. And as you say, the branding has become more and more important.
You have to be
It's,
a part of the soul of the company.
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes, indeed.
You managed to do that in our office. So it's good for the children there. It's good for our headmaster. Not so good for our family because we stay there longer. So
that's
but
nice.
you managed very
Yeah.
well to get the idea of a PE teacher room. So very nice.
Did you ask your boss permission?
Of course, yes.
Yeah? Before you entered the competition, I mean?
He just laughed and said, I understand that you won. It's your fault that you won, though. It's not mine.
But did you, I mean, you could actually win. You told him that
Of course
we're in
it's
a
a
position, we're so awful, that we're so ugly, and
Yeah,
we could actually win this competition.
yeah, and we did. So we weren't that bad. But he knows what we do at work, so that's the
You handle the
most-
pedagogical side okay.
more than okay. I hope so. No.
More than okay.
About the living things, that's quite funny.
The plants.
The plants, yes. Our living things are probably the children. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and you see them grow and
Of
you see them
course.
happy and you see
Body
them.
and mind.
Fantastic.
Definitely.
Linda, have you ever experienced that bosses like Melker Andersson, for example, have become mad when he's heard that the personnel, the employees, have actually entered the competition with an interior?
Yes, actually. 1 year we had a winner that didn't like. We do this makeover for 1 week, and it was an intense part of time. And he was looking at all the numbers, how much will I lost in income because of you are going to create this room, instead of thinking of the results. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It was the restaurant?
No, that was not the restaurant. It was another company that when.
Which one?
Can't tell you.
No one is here, so you can whisper.
I think the problem in general is that people think that they can. Problem in general is that people think that they can create a room. A PE teacher, I'm not good at that. And the boss thinks that the employee will fix that, but they need help. We need help, and we got help from companies like you and Struktur. So
And a lot of people are afraid to tell the bosses how it actually is on these offices because of the hierarchy and things like that. So,
And they think that they're complaining of the boss. It's sort of criticizing. Yeah, it might be true.
I worked as a hat salesman in Townsville, Australia for half a year, and we didn't have much of an office, I can tell you. Is there a tendency in Sweden that was slightly spoilt? I think your office before was actually quite good in comparison to the one I had in Australia. Are we spoiled?
If you see, I've been living in London for a while, and of course, I mean, you can see wonderful facades, you can see wonderful receptions, and then it's really, really narrow. I mean, behind for advertising offices, for example, as in Sweden, in Stockholm, they are extremely elegant and fantastically decorated.
Because they know all the important thing with the branding.
Yes, but in London, it's not that. That's not the case. I mean, so I think yes, a little bit spoiled. I think.
Okay.
I mean, it's a competition. You have a competition to get the best people to apply to your office. And I spoke to one neighbor on the way to this in the morning, way to my work, and she said, "Oh, we have such an ugly office. We have hard to get people." And then we talked about this different. I've been in a few of these office layouts that I've been making in the last years. It's just about creating an offer that is so attractive that you choose to go to that place. And one company, this large energy company, that they talked about the competition is about to get the employees to get to the office. So you have to create an office that is better than a hotel lobby. Because you can sit in a hotel lobby and work. And but you need to get people to get to a working place because you have to meet them like this. You have to talk to them spontaneously. You can't meet spontaneously if someone's sitting in a cafe somewhere and working. But that's a competition, and all the people talks about this, the new 80s generation that is so comfortable with working everywhere, and they have higher demands on the working place. So I think that it's a way of winning. It's a way to have a good office. Not just that a good office should support your organization. It's a part of your organization. It's like you have an IT apartment. You have economics. You should have a really good office layout because that's how you develop. That's how you can create your business. You should use your layout to explore and develop your business. I think it's really important. Yeah. So in that case, we're not spoiled with any competition.
Marcus, you've also got a background within marketing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I thinking of? Yeah, the fact that mobility is such a big thing today, and you're actually able to work outside of the office, if I interpret you correctly, has meant that the office has become increasingly important. The layout of the office, that it's an attractive office. And I'm just thinking about what are the benefits of being able to work in another spot than in the office? If the company allowed you to work a day outside of the office.
Yeah, you can lower the mobility at the office if you are allowed to work somewhere else 1 day a week. And if the companies have the effort to let the people work 1.5 days somewhere else, it's even lower the mobility.
The sick leave.
Yes.
So people aren't as sick if they can work 1 day away from the office.
But often the problem is that the bosses don't really trust their employees. So I think the younger generation, they have this more technical support. that allow us to work somewhere else. So I think we have to meet. The bosses have to be more careful about their employees and let people work wherever they want to. So I think the offices are going to change in the future.
Will there be less offices in the future, do you think?
I think so. Actually.
I hope not. I think,
No, you will be out of a job.
But for the meeting point, for the meeting
Yes, more
aspect, it's extremely
yeah.
important to, I mean, as you say, to offer a nice environment that you want to come to and you want to meet. Because you, as you say, you can't pop up. I mean, you're in one cafe, I'm in another cafe. It becomes difficult to meet. So I think for that reason, we won't lose them.
No.
No. But they have to be green.
Offices will continue being here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Tack.